Good afternoon and welcome to the Miss Smith Presents YouTube channel. I am Miss Smith. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, take a second and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you can get notifications of all of our happenings, but also so you can participate in the chat that is happening right now. There is a live chat. I believe we had 10 or 11 people that were already in there before this live stream started. I know we saw Jeff Becker and June Camerling, Aaron McGrath are in the chat window. So anybody else, go ahead and hop in the chat and say hello. All of the performers love to go back and check and see who's watching. And if you happen to be able to, go ahead and let us know what part of the country you're watching, because that is exciting as well. Today, we are having a little fun here. Behind me is a green screen. This is one of our pieces of technology that we rarely use. And for today, because we're raising money for tech, I thought, hey, Zanne, I think we should have a little fun. There's one piece of equipment in the storage unit that we have not used ever, actually, for my studio. And she said, the green screen. And I said it to Brooks. He goes, the green screen. So we are having a good time today with the green screen. Brooks Graham is our tech wizard who is running this. He is doing the job of 3 people right now. I just want to say this. He is running the live stream. He is running sound. He is running lights. He is running the green screen and any of the graphics and videos that pop up in the live stream. He is in charge of the entire thing. And I just can't thank you enough, Brooks, for all that you bring to the studio. You do so much work for so many different people, but my studio in particular, you were such a game changer when you joined us. So thank you so very much for all that you do. Really, really appreciate you. So the equipment that we purchased, Zanne will go into detail about that later. There was a Sondheim show at Wilf's Jazz Restaurant that was supposed to happen last year. Coming out of pandemic, we realized that we were going to start doing live shows again, and we needed some sound reinforcement. Live stream is simply sound that's going through the live stream through YouTube. When we move into live performances, the audience needs to hear you and the performers need to hear themselves. And it just sort of became sort of a thing where we're like, wow, we're going to need a lot more equipment. And so we purchased about $2,000 worth of lighting and sound equipment so that we could do live production. And then an ice storm came and canceled the event. Don't know if you could actually hear that. But then we needed to, unfortunately or fortunately, we needed to produce the event ourselves, which meant we had to go to a different venue where we had to pay rent and just did not make the income that we were promised from that venue. And so that debt has been sitting on my personal credit card. And I would love if anybody out there is willing and able to donate to this cause. I would be ever so grateful. We are starting this live stream with $525 already donated. And if we can close that gap today, or if you're watching in the next couple of days, $10 matters, $25 matters, $1,500, send it to me. I would love that. And I also want to say, the equipment that we use for this studio, we willingly loan out to nonprofits and other organizations and people that need it. This equipment most recently was used to film some college auditions for some 17, 18-year-old students of mine. The green screen was loaned out to Bridging Voices Youth Chorus last year for one of their productions during pandemic. The Newport Performing Arts Festival has use of all of this, and it really is sort of a communal thing that we're doing here. We want to give back, and we want to make sure that our productions stay at a very high quality. So today, if you are able to donate, I would absolutely love that. Now, the woman of the day, our featured performer, the star of the show is Zanne Deanna. And Zanne, I just have to say this, Zanne is instrumental. I could almost call her a founder of the Oregon studio. She let me use her house for free to coach for over a year, and that helped me get my entire studio in Oregon started. So it really is, it's totally your fault that we're here and that we're doing this, and I really, really appreciate you. And she has been such a support to me. moving things, running to the storage unit, taking equipment if the storage unit was closed after hours, making me gluten-free cookies. She does all the things, and I know that there are people out there watching that know how great Zanne is. She really is just such an asset as a student, as a friend, as a supporter of this studio. So I cannot thank you enough for all of the work that you do here, and also for putting on this live stream today. So without further ado, I would like to welcome to the screen Zanne.
There was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying high. He came to me with the sweetest smile, told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, "Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely." And ever since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, lost boys like me are free. He sprinkled me in pixie dust and told me to believe in him and believe in me. Together we would fly away in a cloud of green to our beautiful destiny. As we sailed above the town that never loved me, I realized I finally had a family. Soon enough we reached Neverland. Peacefully my feet hit the sand, and ever since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, lost boys like me are free. Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, Wendy, darling, even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so, you are now my home, sweet home forever, a lost boy at last. Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, Wendy, darling, even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so, you are now my home, sweet home forever, a lost boy at last. And for always I will say, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me. Lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. Thank you. Welcome to my show. I am Zanne. And that song, Lost Boy, was composed by Ruth Baer. When asked if it was only about Peter Pan, she said, "It's about finding something that helps you when you feel lonely or sad. For me, it's music, but it can be a person, a hobby, a sport, anything that makes you feel at home. Feeling at home, that's Neverland." I think music is a magic that helps you feel at home. It helps you find yourself. Stephanie makes it possible to find your music again, even when you think it is gone. Our goal is to raise $2,000 to pay Stephanie back for the sound equipment that she purchased to help us as performers, because we're now doing live shows again. She added monitors, microphones, stands, and this huge snake thing that Brooks, our tech guru, uses. It's used to connect our sound, our video from a distance, making us look and sound great, both online and in person. Please give as generously as possible. I am a student in Stephanie's Oregon studio, and Stephanie encourages us all to be agents of change by building our repertoire of songs and our portfolios to include varied types of music by composers of all genders and races that have been overlooked and or just ignored. A Change Is Gonna Come was written by Sam Cooke while he was incarcerated. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond that sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, "Brother, help me please." But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to introduce our next performer, Linda Knighton. Linda came to us from Newport, and we became fast friends the minute she walked through the door of the studio. I asked Linda to sing this next song because I love this song and her interpretation of it. So here is Linda Knighton.
Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only hide the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I might have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds' illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel when every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave them laughing as you go, and if you care, don't let it show. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's love's illusion I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way. But now my friends are acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusion I recall. I really don't know life at all. At all. you. And now I get to welcome a wonderful performer, a great friend, Tom Fuller.
Spanish is the loving tongue, soft as music, light as spray. 'Twas a girl I learned it from, living down Sonora way. I don't look much like a lover, still I hear her soft words over, mostly when I'm all alone. Mi amor, mi corazón. On the nights that I would write, she would listen for my spurs. Throw that big door open wide, raise those laughing eyes of hers. Oh, how those hours would go a-flying. All too soon I'd hear her sighing in a sweet and quiet tone. Mi amor, mi corazón. Haven't seen her since that night. I can't cross the line. You know they want me for the gambling fight. Like as not, it's better so. Still, I've always kind of missed her since that last sad night I kissed her. Broke her heart, left my own. Adios, mi corazón.
Brooks, I had to. I just had to. I had to. Tell me, am I good? Am I good? Is it just my head and my hands? Oh, I thought I got really close to the green. How close am I?
It's freaking out, but it's because of the windows.
Yes. I'm wearing a green shirt, and I told everybody, whatever you do, don't wear a green shirt or any green clothing, so. Okay, anyway, that'll be fun. I can't wait to take a look at that. Tom, I'm so proud of you. I am so, so proud of you. Tom has been working steadily, not only on just his performance, but he started taking piano, and that is the first time that he has accompanied himself, especially on a live stream. That's just remarkable, and the greatest joy that I have of my career is coaching you. You are just marvelous to me. So thank you so much for being part of this and really challenging yourself and being brave and getting up here and accompanying yourself. That was just spectacular. We are absolutely, you can applaud for that. Absolutely. Yes. So we are in a benefit for my studio. If you are in the chat window, June Camerling is Miss Smith right now, and she is showing you different ways to give. If you are not in the chat window, you can always go to my website, Miss Smith Presents. It is that many S's, not Ms., not Mrs. That's my mother, who is more than likely watching right now. MissSmithPresents.com, and hit the donate button, or go to VenMo, and it's my full name, Stephanie Lynn Smith. Middle name is Lynnne, just to be as special as possible. Stephanie Lynn Smith. And then if you are interested in writing a check or Zelling me or anything like that, send me an email, misssmithpresents@gmail.com, and I will give you that information. So I just thank you in advance for your generosity. Our next artist is coming to us by video. I just talked about her. She is in the chat window right now, being Miss Smith, because the usual people who are Miss Smith in the chat window are sitting in the room right now. So always glad to have my team that's there. It is June Camerling. June Camerling is a total inspiration to me personally. She turned 70 last year. I challenged her to do 7 house concerts in the year until she turned 71. Next week, she will meet that goal, which is just incredible. She is a Pilates instructor, a massage therapist, keeps herself active. She studies piano, ukulele, composes. She studies voice, acting, performance with me, and I know that if you know June Camerling, she's just a wonderful, warm, and just a fabulous human being. So this video she has sent to us, she is in Richmond, California, and this is one of her original songs. Enjoy.
Hello, I'm June Camerling, coming to you from Richmond, California. Thank you for inviting me to sing in your live stream show, which is a fundraiser for Miss Smith Presents. I'm honored to be here and to be participating in this. I wrote this song in the early part of the pandemic. Some of you will know the harmonies to the chorus, so feel free to sing along at home. I met him in a bar. We hit it off right from the start. He was singing in the band and his smile captured my heart. Looking back on all the years, through all the laughter and the tears, I always knew he wouldn't be mine. I had the wrong parts. Don't fall in love with your gay best friend, 'cause it ain't gonna work in the end. Though he loves your mind, he's not attracted to your kind. Don't fall in love with your gay best friend. Don't think you'll change his very gay ways. Those male pheromones are what gives him a raise. Now see, you're straight and he's not blind. Romance with you's not on his mind. Don't think you'll change him. This isn't just a phase. Don't fall in love with your gay best friend, 'cause it ain't gonna work in the end. Though he loves your mind, he just doesn't want your kind, and only disappointment will portend. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Don't fall in love with your gay best friend. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love, 'cause it ain't gonna work in the end. Now don't go thinking that his preferences may bend. They won't. This'll be a blessing the good Lord will send. There won't be all the nitpicks like the straight guys do with their chicks. He'll just love you as you are until the end. Now you can fantasize about him all you like, 'cause he's so sexy when he sings into that mic. There's no reality in that place, 'cause in your life you're Will and Grace. You'll find a straight guy if you want that bit of spice. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Don't fall in love with your gay best friend. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love, 'cause he loves you, but he's really into men. Now just in case you're wondering, Don't fall in love with your gay best friend, 'cause it just leads to heartache in the end. Though he loves your mind, he just doesn't want your kind, and it ain't gonna work in the end. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Don't fall in love with your gay best friend. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Do-do-do-do, don't fall in love. Don't fall in love with your gay best. It's like working in an ice cream store and you're lactose intolerant. Don't fall in love with your gay best friend. Thank you.
Love is all that matters at the end of the day. It fills us up with happiness and chases clouds away. Storms rage, tempests roll, but this lighthouse will show the way. Love is all that matters at the end of the day. The year has passed and another is on the way. Love is all that matters to keep old age at bay. We fight, we cry, we struggle, and this beacon through time shines clear. Love is all that matters at the end of a year. At the end of our lives, we face the unknown, seeking to calm our fears. We look to find the meaning to make it all worthwhile. So we look in the eyes of love. Love creates a legacy, an imprint in our hearts. Love is all that matters at the end of a day, at the end of a year, at the end of our lives, because love is always right. That song was from Wally B., a composer in Stephanie's Bay Area studio. There are many composers in this Miss Smith studio. One with capital C for composer is working on his second book of songs. I am proud to do his music. He's currently residing in San Francisco. This is Your Call is Important to Us by Paul James Franz. I'm ready. I got my iPad, smartphone, and massive room-sized TV with the Blu-ray DVD. I've got an Xbox, PS5, you can see I'm a poster boy for technology. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm LinkedIn. Everybody's checking out where I'm checking in. You can follow my tweets to see where I've been, and we'll hook up on Second Life for some virtual sin. Now you might think it's a perfect life, ever modern convenience, no strife, but keeping it all running's running me to the bone. And God help me when I call tech support on the phone. You know how it goes. Press 1 to stay on hold for the rest of your life. 2 to be cut off. 3 to leave a message. We'll respond to the day that hell cools off. Your call will be dropped in the order received, but there's no need to fuss, because we want you to know your call's important to us. Well, I finally say hi to some guy in Mumbai. He says his name is Jim. He has me try 20 things I've tried before. I start to 20 things to start on him. Jamie wastes about an hour and a half of my time and delivers the worst news of all. Inserting to the policy without a warranty, I have to pay for the call. Did Mozart need a laptop? I don't think so. Did Columbus set sail with GPS when Jesus hit the street? Did he tweet? So when the network's down, how come my life is such a mess? Here I am, stories, hold on, the phone's stuck on hold, and they're playing my song. Press 1 to stay on hold for the rest of your life. 2 to be cut off. 3 to leave a message. We'll respond to the day that hell cools off. Your call will be dropped in the order received, but there's no need to fuss, because we want you to know your call's important to us. Press 1 to stay on hold for the rest of your life. 2 to be cut off. 3 to leave a message. We'll respond to the day that hell cools off. Your call will be dropped in the order received, but there's no need to fuss, because we value your business. Our goal is excellent service. There may be 90 calls ahead of you in our queue, but at the risk of repeating ourselves, your call's important to us. Thank you. Thank you. A new composer, but equally prolific, is Jeff Becker, who lives in Richmond, California. Now, Jeff met stephanielynnesmith when Stephanie was directing the Oakland Gay Men's Chorus. And Stephanie asked him to present one of his songs. And this is one of his newest compositions.
I thought that this time I'd found love to last forever. I thought this time love was gonna go my way. I thought we'd had it all together. There was no storm we couldn't weather. Does the kind of love I want for me exist? Am I broken in a way that can't be fixed? Will she believe me when she hears the whole story? How could she want to be with someone so naive? I overrode my first impression. His fascination was obsession. I knew it then that he had something up his sleeve. What kind of plan to make it right must I conceive? I want her to stay. I used to think I was a good judge of a person's character. But then I met someone that proved that I was wrong. He must have had a good time watching. I was quick to take the bait. Just a means to an end, just a pawn in his plans all along. There was a moment when I met him that sent a shiver down my spine. Then he moved quickly, wiping all my doubt away. My open heart, his secret weapon, tore it apart and then he stepped in. My only chance to make things right assumes his quest to win the prize has left him blind. I know this time I've found love to last forever. I know that this time love is gonna go my way. I'm gonna put us back together. There'll be no storm we cannot weather. I know the kind of love I want for me is this. No longer broken in a way that can't be fixed. I want her to stay. I need her to stay. I hope she will stay. I think that's the one.
That one was really nice.
Thank you so much, Jeff Becker, and all of our composers. I love composers. So it was so wonderful to have Jeff. That is one of his newest tunes. And June Kamerling and Paul France, Wally B. And this reminds me that we have an exciting event coming up in the Bay Area on Saturday, February the 3rd. It is time for Diverse Voices Volume 2. Say that 3 times fast. Diverse Voices Volume 2. And Volume 1, incidentally, if you are on my YouTube channel, which you are, you can find that uploaded as a video. Diverse Voices Volume 1. We did that one back in September, and that featured Paul France, Wally B., and Don Martin was singing, I already said, Dave Wimmel. That's who it is. I'm like, wait, there's one more hottie. Dave Bertios Wimmel. And then Act 2 is a William Finn project. So if you don't know the music of William Finn, you want to know him. He is such an unbelievable songwriter living on the East Coast. And so February the 3rd, the featured composers for that will be Jeff Becker, who you just heard, June Kamerling, who you just heard, and Jackie DeMuro. She is the composer of Boy Toy, Mom's favorite song, right, Mom? And then Act 2 will be more William Finn. So if you are in the area, that is going to be on Saturday, February the 3rd. You can find links to all of this on my website. I know June Kamerling has also popped that into the chat window. And I just want to give a shout out to Paul James France. Once again, he does have a songbook. His first songbook is the Paul James France Redux that offers the original songbook with some fixes and also multiple keys for several of those songs. Go to the front page of my website and you can find out information about how to get that songbook, but it is really fantastic. All right, our next performer is one of my all-time favorite performers, beloved in this studio. Any organization that she is in is better for having her. Lisa Benson is one of the most entertaining, wonderful people that I know. She is truly a public servant. She volunteers, even right now is volunteering at the cold weather shelter and does so much good work out in the world. This next song that she's going to do is the title song from one of the live stream benefits that she offered last year so that one of our high school friends could go to a trip with the rest of her high school. It was an orchestra trip, and the family did not have money, and so we raised it, and that was Lisa Benson's inspiration. So I'm so happy to have her here on the live stream today, and this is Born to Fly.
I've been telling my dreams to the scarecrow about the places that I'd like to see. I said, friend, do you think I'll ever get there? And he just stands there smiling back at me. So I confess my sins to the preacher about the love I've been praying to find. Is there a blue-eyed love in my future? And he said, girl, you got nothing but time. But how do you wait for heaven? And who has that much time? And how do you keep your feet on the ground when you know that you were born to fly? My faith keeps me grounded like the oak tree. My friends are as steady as the sun. Oh, you know I love this town, but I keep staring down the road, just looking for my one chance to run. 'Cause I will soar away like the blackbird. I will blow in the wind like a seed. I will plant my heart in the garden of my dreams, and I will grow up where I want, wild and free. But how do you wait for heaven? And who has that much time? And how do you keep your feet on the ground when you know that you were born? You were born, yeah, yeah. You were born to fly. But how do you wait for heaven? And who has that much time? And how do you keep your feet on the ground when you know that you were born? You were born to fly, 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 fly. Hey, hey. Thank you. Next up is a special musical offering by the biggest behind-the-scenes fan of the Miss Smith Studios, the fabulous and talented Jen Brown, her wife. I mean, Miss Smith would not shine as bright as she does without the loving care and close attention from Jen. That's right. She is the wind beneath Miss Smith's wings. Jen is also a musician in her own right, and this is a video of Miss Smith accompanying Jen Brown as they sing a song by 10,000 Maniacs. Enjoy.
Trouble, trouble me, disturb me with all your cares and your worries. On the days when you feel spent, why let your shoulders bend underneath this burden when my back is stirred? friend, you can see trust is what I'm offering. If you trouble me, thanks, Janice. Mwah.
Jen Brown loves Natalie Merchant, and I love Jen Brown, so I hope you all enjoyed that. This next performer is so special to me. She is the newsletter editor. Anybody that receives my newsletter, and that should be all of you, go to my website, scroll down to the bottom, and sign up for my newsletter. It comes out every Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and she catches all the typos, grammar points, makes sure that all the graphics are loaded in there, and that happens like clockwork. I met her as a singer and guitarist. Then she freaked me out one coaching by bringing in the dulcimer. Then she freaked me out again with her accordion. Thought, how many instruments does this woman play? Well, today, she is going to be playing a piano piece for you. So this is the fabulous Beth Salisbury, and this is a beautiful piano piece by Melissa Manchester. Thank you, Beth. I enjoyed that tune while you were driving your car through the rain. That was so great, Beth. Thank you so very much. Oh, friends, I disobeyed Brooks and I turned on my device just to see where we were. We are sitting at a cool $1,000. I know. Yeah, everybody in the room went, It's like, yes, your efforts. It's so amazing. Thank you. Anybody want to give me another 1,000? I'll take it. But right now I'm sitting very, very, very happy. And we're going to Applebee's after this. Today is a great day, I tell you. Our final video guest is Don Martin. Don Martin, when I met him, he came to my class over 10 years ago. Because I've lived in Portland for 10 years, and this was before I moved. I know that. And when Don Martin came to my class, he stared at the floor. And if you know him now, it's unbelievable, because he is unbelievable. And my technique there was each class that he came to, I put something for him to look at and raised it. And just raised it until his head was up. And I feel like as soon as he saw everybody and engaged the audience, it was just the start of something beautiful. The reigning roulette king of Miss Smith Studio, he did not cheat. That was Shane. He didn't cheat. He was awesome. That video is also sitting on my YouTube channel. If you want the greatest 3 hours of your life, go take a look at, it was Don Martin versus the Oregon studio. Don, your brain is so big, and we just love you. You're so wonderful. So please enjoy a little Gershwin.
It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. Little David was small, but oh my. Little David was small, but oh my. He fought big Goliath, who laid down and dieth. Little David was small, but oh my. Jonah, he lived in the whale. Yeah, Jonah, he lived in the whale, for he made his home in that fish's abdomen. Yeah, Jonah, he lived in the whale. Little Moses was found in the stream. Little Moses was found in the stream. He floated on water till old Pharaoh's daughter, she pulled him, she said, from that stream. It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. They tell all your children the devil's a villain, but that ain't necessarily so. To get into heaven, don't snap for no 7, live clean, don't have no fault. Well, I preach this gospel whenever it's possible, but with a grain of salt. Methuselah lived 900 years. Methuselah lived 900 years. But who calls that living when no gal will give in to no man what's 900 years? I'm preaching this sermon to show it ain't Nessa, ain't Nessa, ain't Nessa, ain't Nessa, ain't necessarily so.
Wasn't that great? Tonight, we are trying to raise money to keep these shows happening, to keep that music happening. Music is healing for you as the audience and for us as singers. So please give what you can. Stephanie is my performance coach. Actually, our performance coach for everyone who you have seen tonight. And we are all, as you can see, different in many ways. But a coach, a good coach, is a person who not only sees you, but sees your possibility and encourages and guides you to be your best self. This next song is one that I believe Stephanie wants us all to work towards. Stand in the light and be seen as we are. Didn't I tell you I hear what you say? Never look back as you're walking away. Cherish the music, the memories, and keep them inside you. Laugh every day. Don't stop those tears from falling down. This is who I am inside. This is who I am. I'm not gonna hide, 'cause the greatest risk we'll ever take is by far to stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. With courage and kindness, hold on to your faith. You get what you give, and it's never too late to reach for the branch and climb up, leaving sadness behind you. Fight hard for love. We can never give enough. This is who I am inside. This is who I am. I'm not gonna hide, 'cause the greatest risk we'll ever take is by far to stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. Riding the storm that comes raging toward us, we dive. Holding our breath as we break through the surface with arms open wide. With arms open wide. This is who I am inside. This is who I am. I'm not gonna hide, 'cause the greatest risk we'll ever take is by far to stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. Oh, 'cause the greatest risk we'll ever take is by far to stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. Thank you. I have one more song for you today. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being generous with your donations to help keep Miss Smith Presents going. I'm going to say that again. Miss Smith Presents. Raising funds for nonprofits while we help improve ourselves and the world. Many, many, many thanks to Brooks for his tech wisdom. Thank you for all the performers today who are here or there who are helping raise money so that these shows can continue. When I first started seeing Stephanie as my coach, from day one, she made me feel that I belonged, that I might and would make mistakes, but I was still capable, and that I would grow. And my life is better because of her guidance. So thank you, stephanielynnesmith. Individually, we make an impact on the world by who we are and what we do. And this changes not only our lives, but everyone we come in contact with, which in turn changes their lives and everyone they come in contact with. It's like a ripple that continues to grow and spread. So let us all be ripples in the world. And this song is Ripple by the Grateful Dead. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as if it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken, perhaps they're better left unstrung. I don't know, don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed, nor wind to blow. Reach out your hand if your cup be empty. If your cup is full, may it be again. Let it be known there is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one may follow. That path is for your steps alone. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed, nor wind to blow. You who choose to lead must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to leave you with this song that I learned from my friend, Susan C. Hotaru no hikari, mado no yuki, fumi yo mutsuki, kasai tsutsu. Itsu shikato shimo sugi no to akete zoke sawa wakare yuku. Tomaru mo yuku mo kagiri to te. Katami ni omou chiyorozu no kokoro no hashi wo hito koto ni sake kito bakari utou nari sake kuto bakari utou nari.